had a long life of trauma. I experienced a lot of child molestation as a child, which eventually turned into rebellion, and then I ended up getting involved into a sex trafficking ring. I became addicted to multiple drugs at that time. At that point is when I became homeless.
I was not anything before I came to the mission. I had no hope and I had no definition in my life, and that's mainly because I couldn't love myself.
A vicious cycle of gangs, drugs. I was staying out of my car, couch surfing. It was hard. I failed many times over.
Not knowing how you're gonna get your next meal, what the weather's gonna be like for the night, trying to figure out where to go for a shelter as a female, in addition to being a drug addict, it's really hard. I was able to send an email to Tacoma Rescue Mission where I got a response saying that I would be able to be accepted by the Adams Street Family Shelter. Byron, which came to my rescue through search and rescue. It's a relief knowing that there's a program in place to offer help for people who are in need of it, like myself.
Our mission statement is to offer God's help, hope, and healing to most impoverished members of our community, and that's absolutely what we do. Search and rescue is an extension of those efforts. We go out and actually engage the impoverished communities in their element, either on the street, sleeping in cars, or out in the encampments. And we've literally seen people, particularly with the snowstorms of recently, they were sleeping on the ground with nothing but a jacket or a blanket. We have to build trust with them, with people who frankly have put up barriers. I mean, it's a true relationship with these folks, and if you don't do that, they know it's fake. You just have to be vulnerable.
That was the key thing. It was a support system. I didn't know nothing about the rescue mission before I came here. Since day one I came in, the staff, always welcoming, always loving, caring, the praying, the devotion.
And because of what I found at the mission, I was given a foothold to what I now am. I owe my life. End of story. And I've got Lawrence and the mission to thank me for it.
I was in Reno, Nevada, and I got caught up in a gambling addiction. I lost everything. So with only the clothes on my back and just enough money for a one-way bus ticket, I ended up in Pioneer Square in Seattle. After a few months, I'm thinking, what is this? I have a very high college degree and I'm doing the homeless trot. And seeing all these people around me suffering, it says, no, I can make a difference here. Paul helped me with my passion. I have a very high passion for teaching, and I wanted him to be a success.
He knocked on my bed, he woke me up, he was giving of himself.
And then when he got his GED, that's all the world, because there's so many people who don't have that opportunity, a second chance to get an education.
With the GED, I got confidence. You know, I owe Lawrence a lot.
Here at the mission, positive relationships is what we center ourselves on. It was the negative relationship that broke us, it's the positive relationships that build us. Mingo was one of the very first gentlemen that I was able to do Genesis with, that I was able to build a mentorship with. So not only did he grow in this program, but I got to grow also. And we grew together. We walked this thing out. I could share some stuff about Mingo, how proud I am of him from the day I met him to the day now. I'm telling you, you're a great man. You always were, but it's out there now.
Friendships. It is all the way important. You cannot do it alone. We weren't created to be alone. And I think without a support network, good friendships, healthy friendships, it's not possible.
From a spiritual growth perspective, to give from yourself, to go out and reach out to the fellow man, not only is it biblical in nature, but really it's just a human, the desire to help people who might be vulnerable. I think that exists.
I think hope to me is the idea that I can use my positive recovery story to just offer that little glimmer of light to someone else. Because the dirt and turmoil that I was dragged through in my life, I didn't think that I could get out of it, but I did. Anybody can get through it as long as they just hold on to that little bit of hope.
Giving somebody the opportunity to look up for their day and giving back, we just have to make sure that we have that hope that our life is worth meaning. And if I can inject that into someone meaningful, there's hope right there.
I feel that hope is a feeling that you need to grasp. You need to hold on to that. It's not here. It's not in your mind. It's not something that you can just learn. It's a sense that you have to come across. And that hope is derivative from God.
The mission is hope. Hope is something that I see flooding out the doors and through the windows, and this is a place where it all starts.
Hope another chance at life.